Elijah, are you happy? That's my question to Elijah. Why? You happy? You wanted her to cry. You got the tears. Are you happy? That's what you wanted, right? That's what you wanted? You wanted her to cry. You pushed her to that point. So are you happy? Let me start by saying this. It's nothing wrong if you want a wife that's going to cook and clean. Nothing wrong with that. But when you go to the extent of saying, what could you do without me? As if this girl has not been living her life without you for the last, how old is she? 30 something years of her life? What do you mean? You know her for 2 weeks. She's been eating. She's been cleaning. She's been working. So now all of a sudden, because you swept a floor after your housewarming, my bad, not y'all housewarming, your housewarming, you sent your friends to go get the food. What did you send your friends to do? Did you go get the food? Oh, I was decorating with you. So you was decorating with her. Why you didn't go get the food then? So she made it her business to make sure that the food and everything that needed to get done got done. Yet and still, that's not enough for you. While all you was doing was decorating with her. So outside of everything that she was doing with you, she still managed to make everything else happen. But all you could talk about is the fact that she didn't go get the food for your housewarming. You gonna sit in her face and say, I bought a house, I paid off my debt. Okay, and you still on Married at First Sight. So what that say about you? Make it make sense. What that say about you? You so perfect, right? You don't have no dad. You bought a house. You would think Katina was some bum sitting out on the street because she don't want to cook and clean and slave for you 24/7. Have you once asked her what she needs from you as a husband? No. But you set all these standards for what you expect from her as a wife. Not only has she attempted to try to cook for you because she knows that mean a lot to you, but you don't acknowledge that. It's still not enough. Oh, he definitely talking like he been married before. I'm just so confused. I'm so confused. Because it's everything what you doing, what you doing, what you not doing, what you not doing, as if he's like God's gifts to the earth. What have you done, Elijah Wan? I'm just curious. What have you done? You really feel some type of way because she asked her friends to pick up some food while she was still in the house decorating with you, and that's all you did was half decorate with her, and then got mad that you had to sweep a floor? If you want a maid, then just say that. If you want a chef, then just say that. It's 2022. Half and half, right? You want it half and half, but it sounded like not real half and half-ish over there. It sounded real like you need to cook, clean, and do everything. And I'm gonna jump in every now and then to make you feel good because I'm gonna participate. It was sickening. Yes. It's one way to express your needs to your partner, but when you intentionally try to put them down in a sense, that's beyond me. He could have made perfect sense. It's the delivery for me. So now it's your job as a man to tell a woman how to be a woman.
So a lot of women walking around here telling men how to be men.
Yeah, he wanted to make her cry. Because like what at to what point when they had this conversation about, oh, you don't cry, was it necessary for her to cry? So are you intentionally trying to make her cry? So you could see her be vulnerable? Are you trying to break her down? Like what is your game plan? What is your end plan at the end of the day? Because what you're doing is not acceptable. She's trying to compromise. She said, I don't enjoy cooking, but I'm willing to do it for him. But that's not enough for him. I, mm, mm. You got all your ish together, yet and still you want married at first sight. How that work out for you? You ain't got no debt, you got a house, and you still on married at first sight. You want her to cook, you want her to clean. And what you doing? What you doing? What you doing? I'm curious. Because not one time have we seen Katina ask Elijah Wine or set a standard for Elijah Wine. Yet and still he can go up there and belittle her like that. That's effed up. That's what I thought. I thought marriage was a teamwork where you build each other up, not tear each other down. But I don't think he understood that part. I don't think he got that part. I don't think that part was delivered to him properly because obviously he don't know how to talk to anybody. I just don't understand how you could sit up there and say your standards, what your standards of a wife is, and the only thing you could come up with is cooking and cleaning. The only thing you could come up with your standards of a wife is cooking and cleaning. No, I'm not mad at him for having standards. You can have standards. The delivery is off. Did he acknowledge the fact that she was trying? She just sat there and did a whole cooking class for you, and the girl don't even like to cook. And then you turn around and you tell her, what can you do independent of me, as if she was not with you 2 weeks ago. As if her whole life was built off of you. As if you gave her the house that you paid off. As if you paid off her student debt. As if you did all these things for her up until this point, and she depended on you up until this point. What if I break my leg? Sir, you don't think we're gonna eat if you break your leg? You don't think I know how to wash a dish? Because I don't prefer to wash dishes for you every day? Because you swept the floor. Oh, you know what? Round of applause. Elijah Wine swept the floor. Good for you. Good for you. You swept the floor. Oh my God, you so proud of yourself. You decorated with her. Oh my God, good for you. Good for you, Elijah Wine. You did something spectacular. Like, come on. Like, I don't understand. Since when did the standard of a wife become cooking and cleaning? That's the question. When did the standard for a wife become just cooking and cleaning? Because that's all his problem is. The fact that she don't want to cook for him, not even that she don't want to, because she's willing to. That's the part that get me. The fact that she's even willing to, he still finds a way to complain about it. He definitely needs to learn to articulate what he's trying to say without being demeaning. Definitely. It's been how many weeks? And she's been cooking for him. And then he sits down and say, he eats the food and she says, "You act like I haven't been cooking for you." "You have, but it haven't been to this standard." Okay, sir, well then you go ahead and cook for your own standards then. Like, I'm trying my best at this point. You're even lucky I'm trying to cook for you. Because I told you I'm not a cooker. And if it's not to your standard, then maybe you need to get up here in this kitchen and cook to your own standard. Because obviously I'm not doing it good enough for you. Like, it's never good enough for him. See, Cliff, you say the standard of a wife has always been cooking and cleaning. It's today's women trying to change that. Well, the standard of a husband has always been to provide the food and the money, but women are doing that too. So then, so where are we at now? So we supposed to cook, clean, work, and do everything that you do, and all you get to do is work? Make that make sense, because that don't make sense. If you want that standard, then you provide that standard. According to him, the only thing he provided is the house that he paid off. And the house that he paid off and the student debt that he paid off for himself, as if he paid off her debt. Okay, so he owns a house and works. And what she do? She don't work? Katina ain't got no job? Curious. So because if she works and he works, she's supposed to do all the cooking and cleaning too? You still got taxes on that house. You still got electric on that house. You still got water on that house. You still got electricity on that house. You still got sewage on that house. You still got cable. You still got phone. You still got. The bills can just go on for days and days and days and days. I'm just saying, he provided a house, and then what? You provided a house that if you don't pay taxes on, they're gonna take, and then what? You provided a house, but if we ain't got no water, then what? You provided a house, but if we ain't got lights, and then what? He said his student loans pay. I mean, he paid off us. I'm just saying, because he acted as if everything he's doing, he was been providing for her all these years. Because he's the one sitting up there talking about what can you do outside of me, as if she hasn't been doing for herself outside of him all this time. So what you're saying is, I don't need my husband for anything because I should be able to do all of this outside of you. And if that's the case, then I don't need you. Exactly. Give it time. We get up here, we watch all these couples, and they don't even compromise. They don't even try. You get these wives who don't try, Alyssa. Okay. You get these crazy wives, Lindsay. But then you got someone like Katina who's open to the idea of even just trying because she wants to be a wife. She's never been in this setting before. She's open to learning to love him the way he wants to be loved. And every chance he gets is not enough. So what's enough? So what's enough? Well, if he want a woman who want to do all that, then he need to go find his own wife and not come on Married at First Sight to get set up with someone. Obviously, he couldn't do it on his own. Obviously, he couldn't do it on his own because he on Married at First Sight. So what you saying? I'm just trying to figure out where this all came into play as if like that's his standard. That's his standard. She is learning to cook. She's trying. That's what makes me mad. So what if Katina said my standard for a husband is to cook and clean? What if that was her standard? How would Elijah want to feel then? Y'all think he'd be open to cooking and cleaning? Because that's her standard? But it's okay for his standards to be for her to cook and clean. Exactly. He should have been saying all this during the interview and process instead of downplaying it. He tried to downplay it like he didn't really care if she was cooking for him all the time. You get mad over one night. Y'all had a whole event, a whole event. I'm not talking about a regular Monday night where y'all ate dinner and it was two plates in the kitchen and we just didn't want to wash the dishes. I'm not talking about that. You're talking about a whole day of planning, people over, drinking. Mind you, they were drinking, okay? Talking, laughing, having deep conversations. And at the end of the night, oh, she's tired and she decides she wants to go to sleep. You catch an attitude because you sweeping the floor. Well, sir, you could have went to sleep too. And y'all could have swept that floor in the morning as a team. We're gonna do this as a team. We're gonna go to sleep as a team. We're gonna wake up and we're gonna clean this house as a team. Now, if you don't want to be part of the team, then you can go clean up by yourself. Ask me. Yeah, his housewoman. As if that apartment is his. She sent her friends to go get the food for my housewoman. Oh, wait. But why you ain't sending your friends to go get the food for your housewoman then? It's his housewoman. Because obviously he paying the rent for the apartment that Married at First Sight got them in. Child narcissist. He really took that one incident and ran with it as if it was every day. First of all, it's two of them. It's literally just two of them. I'm sure the house is not trashed. Okay. On a regular day, I'm sure the house is not trashed on a regular day. I'm sure it's not. So for him to sit there and act like, oh my God, the house is filthy, it's a mess, it's dirty, she don't do nothing, it's beyond me. They ain't got no kids in that house messing up nothing. If anybody messing up nothing, it's y'all two. And if you got a problem with cleaning the dish because you feel like it's her job to do it, then that says a lot about you. It's not just cooking, it's planning, shopping, and all the steps in cooking plus the cleanup. Exactly. I don't like that. You can't be judged by someone with lime green walls. Nope. Okay. He's talking about, oh, what you gonna do outside of me? How can you stand on your own with outside of me? Sir, obviously it's looking like you can't stand outside of your own outside of her. Because you got all these expectations because obviously you must have been starving before you met her because all of a sudden you can't figure out how you gonna eat if she don't cook for you. And all of a sudden you can't figure out who gonna clean that floor if she don't sweep it. And then you gonna have the nerve to catch your attitude because you gotta sweep the floor as if that's not your house for your housewoman. It was your housewoman, right? So why don't you get up there and clean up after your housewoman? He said he got a house that is paid for, or he bought his own house, or something like that. Nah, see, it's see the problem isn't even the fact that he prefers a woman that cooks and clean, because there are a lot of women out here who loves to cook and clean, and there's a lot of women out here. But sir, you can't come on Married at First Sight having expectations for a random woman and then tell the experts that this is not your expectation. Because now what you're doing is you're lying to them. They give you someone who it's not a big deal if they cook, because you said it's not a big deal, and then be all up in their face like it's a deal breaker. Because last time I checked, you told Pastor Cal it wasn't a deal breaker, which is why when Pastor Cal came in the house and was like, "Is it a deal breaker?" He said it wasn't a deal breaker. She was like, "Apparently it is." Okay, so I'm trying to figure out like what was your intentions at this point, because it sounded like a whole bunch of BS to me. Exactly, Brittany. It's the fact that he's not even giving her a chance, because she's willing. She's willing to do these things. She's willing to even try. But that's not enough for him. If you want someone that's going to cook and clean, go find your own spouse. Don't come on Married at First Sight looking for a woman to cook and clean for you. Go find you someone who's going to cook and clean for you. There's a lot of women out here who don't mind cooking and cleaning. It's a lot of them. But make sure that you're able to pay all them bills too. Sir, this is why black women won't date you. And it's the way he talked to her. It's the way he talked to her. And I wanted to see his face after she cried, because like, sir, this is what you wanted the whole time. This is what you wanted her to do. You wanted her to be vulnerable and cry, because like she said, the last man, when she would cry, would say she was so weak and this, that, and the other. So what you wanted to do was break her down to the point that she was weak enough to cry, so that you could feel that she's attached or emotionally involved, because in your cycle of a brain, this makes sense to you. Having her cry over something you did to her makes her vulnerable to you. Yes, the delivery was very disrespectful. Who in the right? Who we tell I want to see you cry. I just want to see you cry. I just want to see you cry. Please cry for me. Because once you cry for me, then I know I got you. Because I mean, I'm now attached to your emotions because I can get you there. You're vulnerable now. Now that I broke you down, I can build you up just the way I want you to be. It's giving really Johnny, how Johnny tried to say Val would do him. Break him down and then build him back up the way she wanted him to be. That's what it's giving. I'm just saying that's what it's giving. Elijah Wine's a narcissist and he's controlling. And if he wants someone, if that's his house and his housewoman, then he needs to go out and get the food for his housewoman, and he needs to get up and clean for his housewoman, and he needs to go ahead and entertain his guests for his housewoman, because obviously Katina don't live there. It's okay for her to do all the stuff for his housewoman, But God forbid he got to sweep the floor, child. Oh, I can't even see love. Love is off the table. I had to sweep the floor last night. It's no way I could love a girl when I got to sweep the floor because that's not my job. My job ain't to sweep the floor. That's her job. And if she can't sweep the floor, then I can't love her. Ain't no way I could love her because she don't know how to sweep the floor. Sounds stupid to me, but okay. Try to explain that to somebody. It's given very much controlling. You hear him in the background? He in his laptop. Just some Chloe husband is over. He wants Chloe to hush. He used to be going off, y'all. He used to be going off. He'd be like, "You so invested." I'd be like, "I'm not that invested. Just a little bit when it's on, and then when it's off, I'm over it." Not Granny left him that house. I don't know where he got that mindset from, but it's not. He got the right one, or what should I say? He got the wrong one. I need Katina to channel that spirit of Jasmina because she would got Elijah all the way together. She'd have like, watch your tone. Watch your tone. See what you're doing right now? You're getting riled up. You need to calm down. You need to calm down so we can have a conversation. Watch your tone. Because he had a tone. Exactly, Coco. It's not and that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with wanting your wife to cook and clean, right? But it's also the way that he said it to her. And it's also the way that if this is what you want in a wife, then you need to go find your own wife. Because you can't have such high standards for a wife and then go and marry at first sight. I'm just saying, like the it doesn't make sense to me. I can't go on married at first sight and say I want a billionaire for a husband. Like it's not gonna happen. Obviously, these people are flawed, or they wouldn't be on married at first sight. Because the point, the just in general, going on married at first sight comes down to some point of desperation to an extent, right? Unless you out there looking for fame or whatever it is the case, whatever the case is, right? It comes down to some point of desperation, meaning you really, 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 really feel like you need to be married. You need somebody, right? So you can't go up here and be like, oh, they have to be this, they have to have this, they need to be this, they have to have that. Because, child, if you could find that, you would already have that. So obviously, this person does not exist. He said he made promises to improve and haven't. She's been wanting to cook salmon, but haven't yet. She's not following through with what she's telling him. So you think that she's not, but she's been attempting to cook for him. She's been cooking for him. It may not have been exactly what he wanted, which is why he took her to the cooking class to learn how to cook the salmon. So now when she cooked the salmon, it could be to his, standard, obviously, because what she's been cooking hasn't been to his standard. Because he sat there after he ate the food and was like, she was like, you act like I ain't been feeding you. You act like I ain't been trying to cook for you. And he's talking about something, it ain't been like this, but it ain't been like this. Well, child, I don't know what you want from me. Do you want my nasty food or not? Because I've been trying to cook it for you because that's what you want. Told you I can't cook, but you insist on me cooking, and now I'm cooking and you don't want the food. So what you want me to do? I took the cooking class for you. I was excited about it. We sitting down, we eating, and now you trying to tell me and come at me sideways. You looking at me crazy. After I sat here and tried to make an effort. Right. The same man who was sitting there talking about I grabbed my peanut butter and bread and I'm out the door. So now all of a sudden you got these high standards of food. Boy, if you don't go sit down, if you don't go sit down, you better go ahead and make that PB and J sandwich and stop playing with me. All of a sudden your standards is like oh super high. He must have been a wife before. It's giving that. It's giving he must have been a wife before. I feel bad for Katina because out of all the wives on this show who don't be trying, she's the one who actually is trying. And he takes every chance that he gets to test her or to try to break. I don't know if this is a test or he intentionally wanted to break her down to see her cry or what, but I feel bad because this girl has made a promise to herself that she would never cry over another ninja ever again. And this ninja get up here and make her cry. Mm, that sucks. All because she thought she was, trying, but it wasn't enough for him. Because he mentioned student loans and buying a house, he feels like she's not being an adult. Right. Okay. Yeah. Because, yeah, that's what it is. Talk to me nice. Talk to me nice. Because, like, after that, she can't receive it. After you talk to somebody in that way, you can't receive what they're trying to tell you because you feel like degraded to a certain extent. You feel like less than. Like I don't even want to receive what you're trying to get me to understand because at this point you're attacking me. He attacked her. I think that's what it was. It's the fact that he kind of attacked her in a sense. He did attack her.
Yo, what was so dramatic?
We are not dramatic.
God, he attacked her.
He attacked her. I said what I said. I'm sticking on it. I'm sticking to it. He attacked her. He is a narcissist. Yeah. No, she couldn't get a chance to respond. Not at all.
He attacked her. She's going to jail.
You hear him in the background?
The Me Too movement.
Cut it out.
Me Too.
I'm gonna wait for the after party because I'm up. Okay, I'm up. But I'm gonna jump off here because I want to take a shower before it come on. I want to take a shower before it come on so I can watch it. The after party.
Girl, we ain't watching no after party.
Look, he said that's enough for the night, girl. That's enough. After party come on at 11. But I don't know, y'all. I just don't know. But that Elijah Wan really made me upset. When I watch it over and I take my notes and I have time to actually process everything and look at it and clearly see what's happening, then I could break it down for y'all, okay? And trust me, it's gonna be good. I feel it. Can we get 60 more likes? Not 101 people in here. We trying to get 60 more. This giving very much y'all treating me like Elijah Wan treat Katina. It's never enough for y'all. It's just never enough. No matter how hard I try, after y'all ask me to come back, it's just never enough. You could go on Maps and ask for a man with an eagle tattoo and a good teeth. Right, okay? Could go in there and get anything you want. You said that's too late for you? Yeah, I'm about to go get in the shower so I can get up here and watch it. I don't care what he said. We turning it on after party, y'all. I'm turning it on. But yeah, that's all I had to say. Elijah, I'm gonna have to watch it over, y'all, because I don't know what's up with him, but I'm not feeling it. And I'm not feeling it, and I'm not feeling it. But I do know that Talisa Ray been waiting for this episode so that she could rip Elijah Wan. And she got the perfect episode that she waited for to do it because it's gonna be great. So make sure y'all go check out her rant or her review on it.
One.
Look, he brushing me off. Y'all hear him?
No, I just wanted to say that.
You just wanted to say that?
I always wanted to say one.
You want you aggravating. All right, y'all. I'm gonna get up off it. Yeah, she had. She's been saying that she's been ready to go off on him. Episode 9. She said she waits to episode 9, and we here, and it's here. But y'all, I'm about to jump up off here. I'm gonna talk to y'all later, and whew, I'm gonna watch After Party and see what they got to say. I hope he up here because I want to hear his what he got to say about it. But yeah, that's it, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. This all literally all night, y'all. We've been like 3 hours strong. 3 hours strong. Good night. Peace out. Bye.